Right. Case Master Pack Guardian. So I have already. Oh, God. I hate it when I have too many sources open and I can't see the mic. It always goes to the bottom because I alphabetize things correctly. Just put A at the start. But yeah, I'm not muted for once, thank God. So, opened one case so far with my partner, slash, we did two yesterday, and then I did two for a video, so half with my partner. Still case with her, because I like to just split whatever I get, right? Because me and my partner enjoy opening Flesh and Blood. But so far, the pulls from my first case. Testament, which is beautiful, because that's the only legendary I really care about from the set. That's the one I want to play. Marvel, one binding on the old one. I wouldn't mind getting the 3, right? I would assume they're going to just drop, so, wait. Cold Foil, Crater Hoof, so I think that's kind of good, right? For a case of Mastery Pack Guardian, because it seems like the rates are sort of all over the place, maybe a bit batchy, right? So a Legendary, a Marvel, and a Cold Foil is kind of nice. One Cold Foil is a bit eh. It's kind of a weird thing, because I want Cold Foils to be valuable, right? Easiest way to do that is obviously make them harder to pull. But, the comparison there is this is similar to High Seas, but High Seas had all the really junk Cold Foils as well, right? The limited stuff, the stuff that's just below power. Whereas, the Guardian stuff will be interesting for Project Klloo, right? I mean, just in general, it's kind of interesting, some of the pieces. The Crabman suit's obviously really nice for Ranger, right? So, yeah, I want it to be more than what it is, but I don't want it to be the same. It can't be one every box for Master Pack Guardian, because then that's 8 a case. But, a little bit higher, because this works out to one every 2 standard boxes, or one every 4 boxes for Master Pack Guardian. A single Soul Valda, that's very, very rough, right? So, yeah, pretty evident that, the changes to adult heroes didn't impact Master Pack Guardian, wasn't on the thought for Master Pack Guardian. So, again, they're tokens, they're basics in High Seas, but they're still not easy to pull, right? We want them a bit more accessible. 2 extended arts. So, nothing too extraordinary, right? Being the smelting, I obviously would much rather it in a Marvel, and then it being a limited / Guardian only card, right, for the annexation. But they still kind of look nice, right? And then a decent stack of Majestics. So, for the sake of desk space, let me pack these up. Right, so Majestic-wise, foils, Captain of the Guard, Test of the Iron Grip, Call for Backup, and a Headbutt, so 4 foils. So that is also kind of, well, it's not too far below, right? So normal Rainbow Foil rate is 1 in 18, so 4 puts it at, well, 1 in 24, right? So slightly higher, but can also just be a case of, that's my case versus someone else's case. The normal Majestics, 1 playset Clash of Bravado, playset of Headbutts, playset of Visits, playset, no, 2 packs, 2 put them in their places, 2 tests, 2 captains, 2 leave dents, and then a bunch of singles. So how many in total is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. 25. I did. I got a call for backup. I may have trampled it accidentally, so a little bit scuffed, and therefore I don't really want it. But 25. So 25 plus the 4 foils makes 29. So, it's not far off. And again, this could be a good box, could be a bad box. We'll keep count to some extent, right, for the next case. But, it's not too rough because there's less Majestics. At the same time, it'd be nice if you could get the majority of things in 2 cases, right? Maybe 1.5. Instead of the usual, 3 plus. Where did I put it? Yeah. Underneath the open one. Alright. So, yeah, if we can pull similar, that'd be nice, right? 1 Cold Foil, 1 Legendary, 1 Marvel. I think I'd be happy. And 2 Cold Foils would be nice. But I am also curious, because I think some people are getting, just a Marvel or a Legendary. But, again, I love these little boxes. Such a cool design. You need a store too, because you can do the nice little 4, and then it's nice and sturdy, right? That's what I do if I'd had a whole bunch of these. I just make, you know, displays like this everywhere. But I digress. Alright. Well, now there's just a mess. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. These are going to get in the way, aren't they? Ah, not completely. They'll do. Let's see what we can find. Alright. Oh, that's the easiest place to cut it with your nail. I am also surprised that the collector's page is enough. Is this set fun to open? Huh. Ooh. That's a tricky question. I'm gonna say no, right? Because with a normal set, you have a foil every pack, and the foils are very standout when it comes to Flesh and Blood. So looking at foils, there's a bit of fun there. You also have a large cohort of reprints or cards you don't care about. So, you know, it's more than any set. Just take the back cards, toss the rest, right? I am part gambler, part, you know, collection freak, right? And I like to open at least the majority of my things. I have the understanding that it'd be unreasonable for me just to, you know, like do master set madness and go crazy. But I like getting at least play sets of everything with all the play pieces, so that's why I open. And to that degree, I would say this set feels a bit more forceful than other sets, right? But I've talked myself into it in the sense that I really enjoyed playing Valda, therefore I want the majority of these play pieces. But yeah, it's basically just chop that and then look at these. And then most of the time these three cards don't matter either, right? Because you just get a flooding of token sheets and young Velda and a high riser, which I think, in all honesty, should just be like swap between adult and young Velda. Because if they can do this with the blues, right, which is always give 4 blues every single pack, then they could have done that with the Veldas, and then everyone would get a young and an old Velda for crack shuffle play, and everyone would be happy. But instead, adult Veldas like one a case, and that's not great, right? Plus, it takes up your majestic slot too. All right, Clash of Bravado, so not a great M to start, considering I already have the playset. But it's still an M. Since it is an M, and I do like hoarding packs, I'm going to put this one aside. Because I'm very doubtful that there'd be something else in it. Because they seem to be very, very well, what's the word? Collated, right? In terms of crack shuffle play and that. And there's also weird inclusions like the art cards. This slot is just such a bummer. Because half the time it's your foil, it's a little bit of the time it's, you know, your high rarity card, and then the other time it's an art card, which is okay. I don't care for them. I know some people do. And then half the time it's the shitty token sheet, right? So, yeah. There's stuff to like, and then there's stuff to be bummed about. And I think it would be more of an outrage if this happened before High Seas. I think the treasure pack stuff sort of made people a bit more accepting of this. Oh, that wasn't scuffed by me. Well, it's a token anyway. But yeah, so like that. We haven't hit a rainbow foil yet, right? It feels bad. But I'd actually say it's probably less than half the time you hit a rainbow foil. And I would say looking at rainbow foils is a real good aspect, right? Because look at that. That is gorgeous. Right, this is a rainbow foil, mind you. But, you know, they're getting really good with the cold foils and even the rainbow foils. That this just looks phenomenal. And I'd like to look at pretty cards. And I can't. Because they're not common. Next set prediction after Super Saiyan thing. Yeah. Well, I say yeah, but I suppose we don't know. We know that Aurora, or, you know, Tails 3, or at least Lightning something, probably Lightning Ice, maybe they'll mix it up, would be the following set. And I could see them doing Runeblade Ranger, so it should be Monarch, it should be probably that, and we see High Seas is weird because obviously it is a talent set, but I would assume we circle back to Mistveil as well. If not, as the last set of next year, the following year, right? So it should be Monarch, Aurora, support-ish, right? So Elemental, and then maybe Mistveil. That would be my predictions. Oh god, and this feels crappy too. If this was flipped, I wouldn't mind it as an art card, right? Where you have the two guards on the door, right? As the art side. I think that would look significantly better than just the pack art, right? But yeah. It feels so wasteful, that slot. I'm also going to say this was not a great Majestic set. That Majestic box. We're on that low end. Another thing, right? So it's our third one. Seismic Shelter. And, I'm sorry, I have to go through this. Is it really just one Rainbow Force so far? So it was the Clash, art card. We have skip tokens. There's our beautiful one. I mean, I guess it's nice in the sense, another shitty thing. Another shitty thing. Another shitty thing, yeah. So far, we've done 8 packs and gone 1 foil. That's not great. Yeah, I would love PvE to happen. I don't think it is at this point. Which sucks too, because I don't think it's that hard of an ask, right? Like, mechanically, the issue is, there's at least another one. The issue is the notion of, well, we take resources away from X area. And, you know, if it's a hit, good. But it's not great, because it's still going to be the underdeveloped sector of the game, of the company, right? And then if it's bad, we really suffer. Alright, all the foils are at the bottom at the least. But so that's 3 and 12, so it's 1 every 4, currently. But I'd love to see Bard support. Merchant would be cool too. They could probably just do a whole merchant set and then have different factors of how to utilize gold, silver, and copper, right? Because that's the... No, we don't have a gold merchant yet. We have a silver merchant genus, and we have Cavdin as the copper merchant. But Bard, I love Bard. Again, Pleiades, I guess that's close enough. You can do very similar things with Standing Ovation. And then Warrior. It feels like Warrior would be the next Mastery Pack, and I'm hoping they do continue them, and it is. They take everything that's good about this, and everything that's bad, throw the bad out the window, and then, yeah, Warrior. Because Warrior doesn't need a whole set of heroes, so to speak, with how many we have. So it'd just be nice, right? And then, you know, if they focus on, like, Olympia with Wager, that'd be kind of cool. So, yeah, three foils, 4 Majestics, right? So, Majestics are not horrible. That's 1 in 3 packs. That's kind of cool. We'll leave it at 5, actually. But, you know, Rainbow Falls are separate. And 2 Rainbow Falls. They're not horrendous on Majestics so far. But hopefully we complete some playsets. Nothing of, you know, immense rarity so far. Don't think... was it Fearless Confrontation is the standout Majestic, right? Although, you know, the nice thing about all the Guardian cards is they should be sleeper cards. As soon as Guardian starts rising... Sorry, the sunlight is awful today. As in, like, cloud cover, not cloud cover. They're just going up and down, up and down. But, you know, Victor does really well. Maybe the Clash stuff goes up a lot. Till he goes, then the Clash stuff leaves because it's good, but, you know, without Victor's ability, I wouldn't say it's great. All I want is the Aria Seismic Surge token. Again, I keep saying that, but they're all Aria, right? The beautiful one. Captain of the Guard. I do want to keep the Majestic piles separate. Another foil. The Geysers are beautiful foils as well. Too bad I don't think they're worth playing. In, you know, Project Blue, for instance. Probably. Because then you make up for Tectonic. But with Tectonic, all the, one resource, like, guys are generating one seismic surge for 3 turns. Not impactful. Because the premise there, same with the Legendary, now that I've played around with it, the idea of, banking on getting that effect up and taking over from Tectonic doesn't work, right? Because that means you build your whole attack basis around that concept, around that extra resource. If you don't, then by the time you get it, it's wasteful anyway. So, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't type scenario. Another Bravado. God, I have way too many of them. Once you win, destroy an aura. I mean, it's not token. That's kind of cool. But I think we're at 5 of them now. That's definitely not needed. Hostile Encroachment. And they look super nice. Oh, second Scuffed Velda at the top. Oh. It's nice also going back to paper packs. Very easy to open. Oh, one too many. Blinding and nada. At least these are nice and quick. I feel like I've already put 3 Promising Terrains aside, but just in case. Like, Promising Terrain, to me, seems better than the Legendary. Nada. This might be our White Majestic box. Nope. Overswing Blue. I like. They're almost getting me to the point where I want to play with the foils. But I'll stick without it for now. 4 left. Maybe we hit a string of Majestics. I did drop these, so these are out of order. Nada. But again, very light on the rainbow. They're definitely not 1 and 2. They're way worse. Headbutt. Oh. Also already have the playset. That's the other thing. This in theory should be easier to open to collect. At the same time, because the pool's smaller, getting duplicates is also going to be rougher. Nada. Yeah, so this looks like it might be, well, at most, 4 Majestic box. So yeah, they're very, very choppy in what you can end up getting. But break stature for you. So 4 compared to 5, 6 on the other one, 5. You can definitely get much higher, and maybe much lower. Alright. How do I do this? I can keep them organized. I guess we'll go back to front, right? And I wish the cold foils were 1 and 3. I think would be nice for the cold foils, right? Strike the balance. Will make them a little bit hard. Maybe it's the same rationale as high seas, right? So, for instance, if we go Marvel, cold foil, and 2As was the first case. That, in a sense, is similar. But then again, the majority of the EAs aren't great. Nada. Also, do want to see. That's 2, 4, 2, 3. No, 3, 3. Oh, sorry, I'm way too high. I'm looking at the cards. I'm curious about the reds to yellows. Because it feels like they could have just done, nice and easy. 4 blues, 3 yellows, 3 reds. Sort of standardized it. But the consistent blues are definitely nice still. 3 reds. See, this one's a very red heavy pack, which could be somewhat of an issue. Another break stature. I think that's fine. I don't think I have a playset of the non-foils yet. Really need Eruption. Seismic Eruption. I think that's the only Majestic I haven't seen so far. Which I guess is also kind of nice. Foil. Throwing them down. The fact that, you know, in one case I've seen every Majestic is kind of cool. But Valda Eruption is very, very good for Valda, so, you know. Please. A couple of them. If not 3. In hindsight, I'm thinking about now I should be pulling out the foils. Fearless Confrontation, which is at least the, you know, the hit, right? The Majestics, I believe. Into Rubble Razor though. Feel like they could have had like a shitty crush effect, even if it was another, you know, Guardian only crush effect. It'd be more usable. Problem is, you really just don't want to, you know, use them to set up and then have them sit in your arsenal for a whole turn. I guess it's nice in the fact that, you know, you get the resource out of it and then you can use it for arsenal disruption in the sense that you can let your opponent disrupt your arsenal. I think I need a visits. Visit, just not worth it. We need to renounce. I will say the playsets of the rares that I want aren't turning out to be that hard. I actually haven't hit many of the Clash cards, surprisingly. All the annexes, like the limited stuff. Cool. Nice, beautiful. Foil pack, perfect. And daily grind. There's the Clash of Shields. Feels like these didn't have to be the Guardian only, right? You could bully. Maybe they'd be too crazy, Victor, right? Because you take all the Clash of Shields, it's just a block that you're most likely always going to deal the damage to your opponent, right? There we go. First Eruption. So 1 out of 3. Alright, so that one was definitely not bad, right? 6 Majestics again, 1 foil. So for 12 packs, that's pretty good, right? Halfway though, no. Not even an EA. It feels like the rare EAs could probably be a bit more common. It's just weird, right? Because LSS must know that these cards are not really ever going to be collected for the sake of collecting. I'm sure there's people out there who, you know, want a full binder of all the EAs, right? But, you know, you've got all the bindings come as Marvel or EA. Then you have all the annex cards. Then you have the good stuff. And it's just, they're there to, I guess, saturate the pool. So that when you get a good stuff, it's worth something. And then that defeats the purpose of, you know, trying to collect the shitty stuff. Solid ground. I think we need another one of them. Still no cold foil. Maybe this is just a Majestic heavy case. Tremor. Crab legs is the cold foil I would like to see. Well, technically, I think I get... No, the crab legs are definitely better. Because Gauntlet and Fine Will is pretty decent. Over, you know, like Quick Dodge or the new mountains. I don't need to take more promising terrains. There's our legs. They're not cold foil, unfortunately. Nope. Iron Rod. Not the Peck Perfect, though. It should definitely be the normal playset of Peck Perfect. So I'm curious the thought about not having 2 rares. Because surely commons would have been just the easier thing to cut, right? Maybe Fault Line has a rationale, right? With Dominate. Still getting the arsenal cleared, maybe. Yes, Rook to Scale. And another foil break stature. Nope, no foil. I think I still need another instability. There's a Valda. So she doesn't replace a Majestic, but, you know, she's in the foil slot with the art card, the good stuff, the Surge tokens. Feels like she could be a bit more apparent. Yeah, the art cards, Surge tokens a bit less. That's Sign Grip. Because, you know, realistically speaking, I mean, maybe you need multiples of the negative counters, but there's not really that much either. Like, there's blocking with the Battle Worn stuff, the shields, potentially, but you're only getting 3 pieces anyway. And what else? There's buckles, I guess, to give to your opponents. But it feels like, you know, you could probably get this and split it between you and someone else, right? And have one Seismic Surge, one -1, maybe. So, you know, everyone has dice nowadays. There. And next, Renounce Grandeur. And just stunning. There was one every pack. God. Running space though. They just stack. Alright. Another Archon. I suppose I should see if I could complete Valda. Just Valda and then Seismic Surge. Alright, so excluding Valda, there's only 4 Majestic. Unless, nope. And still no Conform. So, Marvel or Legendary? I mean, God, this does feel like we have plenty of Majestics. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 19 Majestics so far, halfway in. That feels high, right? So that'd be 2 boxes. But most that'd be like 16. So, yeah. Maybe. Maybe there's pumping of Majestics instead of, you know, getting something base. But on the other side of that, right? This set didn't overly need Majestic being super high. Just sticking at the 1 and 4 would have been fine. Alright. Fifth. Enchantments. Nada. Flash of Heads. Iron Rots. Grind them down. Ooh. Well, we know it's an art card. Aftershock Hoarding. Yeah, speed this up. Thanks, Double. Good luck at your armory. Win your packs. Visit. Non-conform. Oh, is this finally the dud box? Grande. Pronounce. Potentially. Oh, yeah. 1 Majestic so far. Halfway down. There we go. I think I need 1 more Puma in their place. That's beautiful. I think now it's just the two cards in your option. And I have everything I want for my Velvet deck. Special eggs, Richter scale, no cold foil. Nada, overswing. Well, this is it. This is, like, at most, well, I suppose, if each of these has a rainbow foil and a majestic, which this one doesn't have either. Yeah, there we go. So this is the horrible box. We've had decent, slightly above, and then got absolutely shafted. So imagine if you pick this up, if this was your one box, right, just on a shelf, you get two majestics out of it. That's absolutely horrendous. That should not happen. That should not happen when they have the capability of doing exactly 4 blues, right, in every pack. That's my 2 cents. Alright. To the side. Like 3 cards away from just building Valda, but I don't want to spend too much, Looking to finish her after the Drake Pelic becomes common enough. Trying to think if anyone else uses the shield, because they don't, do they? It's just Valda. Bravo doesn't see enough play. Victor wants either Pledge to fatigue or his shield because of the gold, right? And then Jarl, Frostbite. And then Leyline as well. Is there much use? Maybe the one discount matters more in either of them. But yeah, they should probably, like, as more and more of this gets open, they should definitely drop. I'm very, very happy that I pulled the shield first, because the shield makes a big difference, right? It buys you like a whole extra turn of being able to, block through equipment. Well, this box isn't going too well either. This is definitely a buy a case set, if any. I mean, every set's basically buy a case, but the fact that, not one box, maybe 2 boxes in this is just an utter dud is very disappointing, unfortunately, to see. Yeah. They really should have emphasized Crack Shovel play more, and Smash Palace should have come out at the same time. Weirdly, I think this is foiled better than the promo Draw Crowd. Interesting. I don't have one. I didn't play too well. I have a Promising Terrain, though. So if we find a foil Promising Terrain... Yeah. This is looking like 2 dud boxes. But obviously this is meant to shine a Crack Shovel play. I think it'll do significantly better with the but Event Fun Smash Palace. So it's kind of annoying that they're either end of the month. Well, Fearless is nice, right? Salvaging this box, but still, it's not great. Nada. Klloo. I mean, I was going to say, as long as I get my playset of raw options out of this, I'll be satisfied. Even if we get nothing else. There's one. So, one more seismic eruption. I'm happy-ish. So, 4 for that, 1 rainbow foil. Back to the low end. Last 2. I have the worst paper cut. Just a mad dash. Thumbing through boxes. It's right where I, get the lip of it, right? So every box I'm opening now is straight in there. At least it's swelling because of the whatever wax coating they use on these. The benefits of mild allergies, I guess. Which, if you're wondering if I'm getting like more nasally as we do this. Oh, beautiful. I'm happy. Because I am allergic to the Belgian printing, annoyingly. I got very happy when they swapped to, Japan for Oceanic. But obviously this set's smaller. Still no cold foil though. That's your arms. I mean, one cold foil in a case, I guess, is what we're hoping for. Nope. Yeah, I guess there's just 4 good boxes, and then this is going to be 4 duds. Nope. The shitty equipment also didn't have to exist in this. Like, there's no use whatsoever reprinting the Iron Rot stuff. Comes in a lot of different decks. It's in the Welcome deck as well, isn't it? The new Bravo one? Nada. Oh, this might be worse than the 2. It might just be a 1 Majestic box. Base of the Mountain. Still. Because that's separate from the Majestics. I would still rather Leyline over base. But maybe in my last case I get Leyline and I'm happy. Back up. Lucky last. So, no, that wasn't right before, yeah. So 2 Majestics again, 1 Legendary, but again, sort of separate. I mean, that would, salvage if you just grab this box, but it's still another shit one, right? It shouldn't be that swingy, where you can get 2 Majestics in a box. Especially when the Majestics aren't huge, right? When you think about, like the craziness of High Seed, everyone clamoring for... I mean, Charm's still expensive as, right? So, yeah. So far, the set is disappointing as a product, is what I'd go with. I still enjoy the cards, got me into Valda. Gonna have fun playing with them. I like the artwork. Boiling's great. But, unless this is like a god box. I had a decent case, and then this feels like either more of an average experience from what I've heard, or below. But I think it's leaning more towards this is the average experience. Oh, put them in their place. I need to separate. Probably sleeve the base. I mean, if this goes poorly, we'll open the other pack I just set aside. Maybe there was something great in the first box. I doubt it. Base of the Mountain. And yeah, still no cold foil. Alright. What we want to see? Single more seismic eruption. Well, it's a very weird sentence to say, but you get the points. Let me go looking for 1 card. Another pack perfect. Definitely not needed. At this point, I'm pretty sure. Nope. I mean, I'll just take an EA at this point. Promising Terrain, Aftershock. I mean, at least something just to say that, a little bit extra in the box. Nope. 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 But no. It literally looks like one half was just good, and then the other half is absolutely shit. Delta, that's at least 3. Second Valda's kind of nice. Nope. Plus 3. Crash and Bash. Aftershock, so no Majestic. No Majestic or Cold Foil. Being lucky last. I guess I will just crack the last pack. I don't know if I really want to keep paper packs anyway. I'll kick myself though if, we end up with a set of Master Pack items. I want more frame. As long as they're the same style, right? I think it's fine. It's the weapon in the middle and something. But, I'm opening this simply to see if there's at least one cold foil in a case. Yeah. So in that extent, right, it does feel like, the Legendary and Marvel are sort of codependent, right? You get one or the other. Ish, sometimes you get lucky. And then cold foils and EAs. Granted, again, the shit A. It's not a great EA, especially when it's a card that comes as in general, as a high rarity, right? But I'm going to take the Veldas out. This was also from the first pack. Plus, the Majestics are what we really care about. God. Just 2 Majestics doesn't feel great. So yeah, first pack was 4 and 1 foil. Second pack was 3 and a foil. Right. Following that, was a bit better. 5 and a foil. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 and a foil. Write that on my keyboard. Right, 5 and a foil. Then we had, not counting Valda, 3 and a foil. So at least that feels okay. Then we had a 2 no foil, awful. 4 no foil, no 1 foil. Running out of space. Up there. And then we had another 2. Then lastly, we had just a 4 no foil. Right? But Valda, I guess, counts because she's in the same slot, right? So, I do kind of want to write these down. And then on top of that, we had 1 Legendary, 1 EA, no Marvel, no Cold Foil. Yeah. Yeah. Bittersweet. Because it will be nice. Like, it's like, what are the 2? Unicycle and Old Knocker as the standout, right? Cold foils from Pisces, the like common cold foils. So it will be nice to see some. I don't think there's anything in this set that's really like that for them to jump out, but again, due to scarcity, maybe they hold a bit of a premium. Okay, so what did I say? It was 4 and 1, then it was 3 and 1, then it was 5 and 1. That's a good pack. Then I'm just going to go in the order I see them. That was 4, no, 3 and 1, 2, a 2, and a 3 and 1. So overall, that is 5 foils for that. Did I miscount somewhere? Nope, the 4's fine. Right. 5 foils altogether. It's still out of 96 packs, so what's that? 5 divided by 96. Other way. So 1 in 19.2. So that's above a standard set, right? Standard is 1 in 18. So not great. Not great to see. And then what is this? The total of normal Majestics is 26. I think that's... Isn't that what I hit in the first box as well? I mean, that seems high, right? So, again, 96 divided by the 26 gives us 1 in 3.6, right? So, probably close to 1 in 4. But then again, case-wise, this is only 2. It's a very tiny sample size, so it's hard to say. But the hope would be that, yeah, easier to pull. And in that sense, it means that, the play pieces should be cheap. This is essentially the ratio you want to see. The problem is just getting, the community to accept it, right? Except that the Rainbow Falls are this much harder to get than, your play sets. And therefore should have a proper premium that isn't, a little bit, like 20%, 30%, right? Because they're, what is that? 6 times harder? 5 to 6 times harder to find, right? And obviously they don't even go for double. Still glad at least it's a legendary case. That is a pull rate that doesn't need to be changed, right? In fact, I'd say some people think, maybe I agree, legendary should be a bit easier, considering we've gone to the point where they're not, an upgrade you strive for, they're what you need from the start, right? If you don't have, for instance, Dead Threat and Gravies, you're lagging behind. I'm sorting the other stuff. Do you want to... If I write everything down that I want to write down? No. Case 2 had 0 marvels, 1 legendary, 0 cold foils. It was 5 rainbow foils. Yeah, 26, which is the same. I had 26 Majestics in the first box as well. But that was including Valda. I'm not going to include Valda. We'll go... I'll keep count of Valdas. 1 and 2. Base of the mountain makes sense for gravy. It is nice in the sense that you can get your allies to the graveyard. I don't necessarily think that's worthwhile, right? You get a little bit of block value out of them, I suppose. But it's not enough of a tempo swing over Mage Master. Because in any matchup where you sort of want that block, you'd much rather just have the ability to turbo out, your 2 to 3 allies. And then also maybe present damage, depending if you've got, Diamond Amulet set up, etc. EAs, Valdas, for the foils. Only 4 foils first time? Yeah. Yeah, so the foils are definitely harder to find. I mean, across the board. And then play sets. Alright. A little bit of sorting, and then we'll probably crack some games of Valda. Also like to take stock. Need more eruptions. I don't think we need more visits. Definitely don't need more clashes. I mean, 2 cases in. It's not. Base of the mountain's not that good. It's not. There's very reduced rationale for it. The fact that it doesn't work with confidence to come and overpower is also limited design space. It's just there to play around and dominate. Otherwise, it's simply not enough block value. If it counted all defending cards, I think that would have been significantly better. That would have been usable. But yeah, you're not really getting extra block value out of it unless you're blocking something really big. And it just seems like there's, from time to time, better ways to do that. Yeah, but you're also not discarding them, you're banishing them. So there is merit to that in Shadow, sort of, right? But you need the... Oh, it doesn't even work with Beast Within because it's going to the chain and then the graveyard. It has to be something just that says when this enters the graveyard, right? Okay, perfect. Oh, these are the sorted ones. Still too many to fan out. God. Flash can go there. We'll do that. Daily grind, that's out. Visits. Looking for headbutts. Oh, and Peck Perfects. The place can go on the top. Perfect. Put it in place. Visits. It seems like the generics might actually be. Maybe I'm just gaslighting myself, thinking they're harder to find. Solid ground, eruption. Oh, there is eruption. Still missing 1, unfortunately. Oh, no. Oh, beautiful. Didn't think we pulled 3. I didn't think I pulled any in the first time. Captain the Guard, playset, beautiful. Leave a dent, no. Break stature. Alright, these have to go all over the place. I will, once I've organized them, we can look through. And this is 2 cases worth, so, getting the majority of playsets in 2 cases, I feel that's kind of nice. Granted, they are, depending on where you are, equivalent or slightly higher, right, than buying normal boxes. Buying a normal set. All for backup. Solid ground. Is that everything? I think that's everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15's correct because they count Valda. Yeah. So we've seen every Majestic, and by and large, we have playsets. So we'll start the generics, right? It's playset Captain Guard. Playset, if I count one of the rainbow foils, I guess I'll have to. Call for backup. Playset if I count the one I ran over accidentally. Oh well. I'll find them in the next one. Leave a dent. Only 2, so no playset there. Still missing Leave a dent. Still missing Break Stature. Everything else appears to be in 3s, right? Nope. Yep. Pelter's a 3. Perfect's a 5. I'll put 2 aside. Well, Ground's a 3. Flash of Bravado, also a 3. I mean, yeah. You don't have to get too lucky, in other words, from this to end up with playsets from 2 cases. Definitely nice. Headbutts. Way too many visits. The grind. And the eruption. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Cool. So break stature, leave dent, call, fearless. Right, so 4, 2, 3, yeah. Only 4 Majestics we didn't get playsets of, but then we also, got an extra 4, 5, 7, 9. Extra 9 Majestics. So chances are, in 2 cases, you probably might get your playsets. Definitely nice, right? It's with the pool and randomness, it takes probably, with, average luck, 5 to 6 cases for an all set. Plus in the foils as well. So technically there's break stature. I mean, leave it dent's done. Fearless confrontation's done. Call for backup's done. The only one... No, that was all of them, right? 4, yeah. So technically through foils as well, I have everything from the set. The only thing I'm missing is Leyline, right? It's not bad. Still have one more case to open. Hopefully that one has the Marvel goodies. These are still... God. Maybe it's the Belgian printing. Maybe I was spoiled, right, with the Japanese. But these look really nice, right, as the foils. Or maybe it's the lighting, right, because it's an okay sunny morning. Headbutt. For backup. And grip. Captain with the little spikes, right? Confrontation. This one's kind of meh to me. Or maybe it's cool that the jacket's accented. Peck perfects, right? With the shiny pecs. Get it right? Ooh. There we are. Beautiful. Leave dent even. I can go with the Fearless Confrontation. Go with Break Stature. There's probably too much going on for this. But yeah, still, overall, decent haul when it comes to Majestics. Got the 3 I care about, which is Solid Ground, Seismic Eruption. And the Valda spec. And Testament as well. That's the one I want to play with. Right? Solid Shield. Sad about the Cold Balls. Although, I'm only missing one other binding. One other old one. Disenchantment, the old one. And I can do EAs as my 3 instead of Marvels. But again, I'm pretty sure these will end up crashing really hard. And then Annex Me. Looks cool. But ultimately useless. And again, cold foiling, great. Pretty cool. Like the skeleton on this guy. And then 3 Valdas in 2 cases as well. Yeah, it's a shame. Like, as cool as the Dragons and Angels have been, and maybe even the Necro Allies, none of them have done it for me, right? And I don't care to collect them. But I love these ones. These are just such cool art, right? Beating down these old ones. And yeah, just rein it in a bit. Instead of destroy all equipment, destroy A equipment. Instead of... Well, I mean, that's kind of fine. It's similar to, like, Crush Confidence or something like that, right? Then Disenchantment, destroy all auras. When you tack tokens onto that, right? Destroy all aura tokens, maybe? Oh, well. I'm still going to play them, because they are nice, big, heave Crush cards for Valda. Alright. Still not bad. Happy to find my play pieces. More than anything, really. Let's play some Valda for a little bit, right? Been working on just Rainbow Pummel deck. Been working out nice. I'll go with that one. Done. That should be fine. Once I go into Talishare, be spaced correctly. But yeah, so I run one of each. I mean, technically for the mirror match, there's probably a specific use case, right? You probably don't need Disenchantment. Probably be like 2 bindings, 1 smelting for any Guardian mirror matches. Well, I suppose Disenchantment does come into play for the Valda mirror match. I really wanted the crab legs, cold foil. Bummer. Don't think I'll ever really take the arms. Just greedy. Right? But we got Tectonics, we got Solid Ground, we got Promising Terrain. Leyline can go. This is the wrong version of the deck. I was going to say I took Leyline out because Leyline, fortunately, just not good enough. Because Fab is so tightly wound, right? If you're playing with the mentality of I'm going to get this out and set it up, right? So to make full use of Leyline, you have to take essentially a 5 cost basis, right? Because right now I want 4s, right? I hit Valda, that's a 3 discount, and it's a blue floating 2 for a pummel, done, right? But with Leyline, because I'll end up having that extra Seismic Surge token, I should bank on 5s. But then again, if I don't have Leyline, the 5s screw up my whole deck because I can't pummel. So, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. It taking over for Tectonic is not enough. Because there's just other easy ways to get enough Seismic Surge, right? Like Overswing and Tectonic, that's another blue anyway, so that covers the cost. If I'm not doing it, then what's the point, right? Only thing it would allow me to do, I suppose, is take more yellows. But again, if I take more yellows, the deck falls apart until I find Leyline. And yellow interposing also doesn't work either, so I want blues. So, yeah, awkwardness there. I do think I want to change some of these, though. Yeah, yeah. A lot of things end up like that in Fab, because again, it's that mentality. There's so much value there, but again, to make use of the value, you have to build your deck around it. And building your deck around finding something specific doesn't work in Fab, right? Because it's about doing the best with the hand you draw. So, in that sense, it's too slow, right? Average is too slow. And in that sense, with my resource basis, I get the same amount of Seismic Surge out of Promising Terrain. But if I hit 3, I get the card draw. Yeah. What do I want to change? I think I want more equipment shenanigans. I mean, Cranial Crush feels like it should be either not in there because you like your opponent drawing, or it should be for specific matchups. I think instead of it, it should probably be Buckling Blow. Just getting rid of equipment. What'd I say? But the crab arms are gone because I'll never use them. I want to like Command & Conquer, but I still don't think I like Command & Conquer. I mean, there is probably the case of taking it in Wizard matchup, right? Just for the extra blues. But at the same time, I feel like I'd rather just more Terra Sunders. Anyway, we'll find a game with this, and then we'll tinker. Class constructed, great. Because I got to sideboard wise, what's the use case? Guardian Mirror match. I take the bindings and the batters, I think, or the Command & Conquers maybe. Runeblade, Renounce, and Break Stature, right? Getting rid of rune chance is nice. Wizard, the blues, probably the yellows. Kano. Kano will be interesting. So take the blues. Take the yellows. I think I should take out the heave because it should just be the null rune. It should generally be probably the worst matchup for us. It's never really going to come into play. I'm going to get rid of the 3. And stick in Battle Pulp, right? I'm pretty sure they have, like, Mental Block is damage prevention. Probably some other stuff, too. Nice opening hand. Should probably be swing. Stick a pummel. I also have to play defensively, so I kind of want to keep the blue. I think I'm just going to greed it. And... kind of want just the straight up damage. Is there anything I can destroy? No, because... I think this is incorrect, right? Because if it starts with 0, it's meant to count as nothing now. Isn't it? Battle Pulp is such weird wording on the crush effect. I need to keep the blue, because they're probably going to Waning Moon me. Let's see what they do. Oh, that's a great start. Oh well, it's Kano, what can you do? They find it, they find it. Like such. God. I'm never going to get low enough for Arcanite, or by the time I get low enough for Arcanite, it's not going to matter. Still Tutor too. It should probably just be our third piece of Null Rune. Right, so that's switched on. You still want Arcanite for Verdance, right? But Acilio, you probably don't. I give the Pummel the Cranial Crush, I wonder. With one Seismic Surge, I feel like the Pummel should go. No, I'm going to keep the Pummel. I feel like I can get it off. I should be able to draw fine. Yeah, I definitely need to stick Null Rune Hood in here. We'll go blue, yellow, red. Arsenal. Not what I want to see. Is it time already? You play it internally? No, you may play it this turn. I guess it's just there for the damage. In case maybe I want to take it. All drop is 3. I have no way to cycle. Soul Tidings is gonna work. No, I only have to... Technically I don't have to prevent any of it, but then Blazing Eighth is troublesome. So I guess it should be the prevent 2. And my turn is not great. It's probably just Titan Fist. Which then leaves me very much open on my my end step. Probably what they're setting up. Feels like it's just going to be for the damage. Yeah. Means I should have prevented the 1. I am now lower than them, which is nice. Hopefully we don't just draw a hand of blues. You know what? Sorry. I feel like this is better. Because it doesn't pressure enough. Yeah. Oh well. What do we do? The nice thing is I can completely prevent the lessons here. I mean, interestingly, they are a very aggressive one. Just 4. Where's my turn? Still can't play Jack, unfortunately. And I'm drawing way too many reds. How many blues are in my deck? 27 plus we slotted in 3 and 3 yellows. So yeah, it does kind of feel like I'm drawing rough. It's probably I want to play the Promising Terrain, but it also doesn't do anything. I kind of just have to fish until I get a good hand, and hopefully it's enough to start beating them down. We're chipping so much damage here. I mean, the Hail Mary here is I'm going to play the Promising Terrain, take whatever they do, and expect to draw a Seismic Eruption. And find it. But here's a roll of blues. Just in time to die. How much damage do I have to do? 4 more. It's just straight damage. Pummeling Arsenal. Headbutt is what we want. Gets destroyed. So I need to keep 2. Question is what's coming worse than the Eternal Inferno? Probably, but oh well. I mean, Ragamuffin's hat definitely helps. Yeah. No. I don't get the Ponder. So much damage to take, though. But the crush effect here is kind of matters. I suppose not so much if I'm dead. The life gain would have been nice. I mean, chances are they kind of go for it, right? They have Tunic up. I'm pretty low. At the very least, they could put me significantly lower. Ugh. I guess they don't want to lose the head. So it buys me a turn and gets some damage across. That's not the worst thing in the world. That is a 0 cost too. Boing. All that for 1 liquor damage. Well, now it comes. I care about the other one. Probably not. Not good enough though. Just clustered. Horribly. I mean, Bowl Drop is free, which is nice. Am I trying to play Terra Sunder with it? Yes, so. Who do I draw into? Pummel. Pummel is nicer because I can keep my cards. Which it should still be Tectonic. Solid Ground doesn't matter in my arsenal. Rather the Terra Sunder. Granted, we're most likely pitching it away anyway. They make us play the Pummel. I Seismic Erupt. It's correct to Seismic Erupt anyway. Bad. Bad draw. Come on. Nope. Fine. I need the Arsenal card. Well, this is coming for 4. Don't have the resource. Oh no, it's just time to burn. That's fine. Nice little warm up. Gives us the rationale to take Null Ah, that was. Sorry, I clicked 4 just instinctively. I can't do 4. I mean, it also kind of feels like they're just trying to clear their hand. This is still a lot of damage. 1, 4. Another 5. Another 6. But nothing to discard. I mean, hope to draw blues? Good. But also bad. Has to be Titan's Fist. Float the resources. I want to keep them in their place, but I can't at the same time. I think I have to go just for small increments of damage. Loading 5. 5 should be enough with Storm Strider's gone, I think. Hmm. 2 blues. I don't know if that's enough. I mean, we're basically just preventing and hammering until they're lower. A 4 puts them at 7. So that still keeps Arcanite on. Float 2 resources. Means I'd keep 2 for the next turn. I think it's 3. Take 1. They're definitely just going to whittle me down. Right the 1. Right the 2. As long as they do that every turn, the Waning Moon's going to get me. Tunic's not up, so I think the hope is just... Well, no, because I can always just Kano. I'm just going to do it so we can get this over with, in all honesty. Also put... Might as well put some music on. Way too loud though. It's 5 damage. It's literally anything off the top Waning Moon. But they just always have to go big, right? They just have to show you, this is how much damage I could have done, right? Let them have their fun. I'm pretty sure the Aether Flare kills me, though, anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, they still have to Waning. Cool. I mean, Arcanite was still kind of useful there. The blues is what screwed us over. I think just stopping damage early on is what you want. So Norun Hood probably just has to be taken. Simply for Kano, I think. Maybe for Acilio. Although you kind of still like the Battle Worn and the Arcanite. I want to like Command and Conquer, but my whole deck, I just want to play with the discounts. Keep them in the inventory, though. Command and Conquer. Oh, in the maybe, I mean. Both went there. Means it glitches out. Do that. Do that. Kind of like more blues. I don't think I need the second set of the bindings, even for the mirror match. I think I'd still rather just batter as damage. Heave is nice, though. I have overswing. I have 6 heaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10-ish? 12-ish? Should have enough ways to generate Seismic Surge, I think. I don't need the heave 2. But maybe I do. My stock standard take them? Probably is. They're my starting 6 cards. Runeblade, Wizard, where you forget about the heave. I don't have much room for blues. Throw the Terra Sunder in there anyway. I mean, most likely, again, this is a pitch ball into Wizard. We'll try that. So if it's 3, 6, 9, whatever, overswing was 12. I should technically find my my Seismic Surge generation every turn. Should also kind of be running Quick Dodge, but I don't want to run Quick Dodge. Against you, I think that's fine. Maybe there's merit to the Terra Sunders. I like Terra Sunder, but then I can never play it competently anyway. We'll stick with that. Oh. No, no Ara. Ara's a fun one. They draw, they turn us on. You almost don't have to pitch into Tectonic. Right? Give them the mask. Trade it. Ah, Cilia. Everything we just thought about in versus. We'll stick with the Skullcap. I think that's fine. Right, show me the starting eruption. Leyline, I will say, the one merit to Leyline. If you get it turn 1, then it's always worth it. If, obviously. Ah, well, there's eruption. Beautiful. And blues for our Norin. Not the greatest attack to capitalize on. It's still pretty nice. Do that now so I don't forget. Alright. Well, I don't really want that. Probably an instant going to their arsenal anyway, so I don't really need that. But it's... At least they're blue pitchables, is what we should go with, right? That completes Terra Sunder if I draw like a boulder drop or something. Which would definitely be really nice. Just pray again. Not a bad start. Unless you can pitch it. steal 3 or more, but they don't have sigils set up anyway. Oh, what are the chances this isn't an instant and I get the value? Because we have the dominate guaranteed, so it is kind of nice. I think I'd still rather the Terra Sunder. I feel like it would be a sigil, and the hope was to play it and do it straight away. This is awful. Why? Why is this my hand? I had a really nice start. Well, Giant's Fist isn't even active. God. God. Is it just for 4? I mean, what can they block it out with? They can block it out with their boots and arms. That doesn't seem worthwhile. So it should just be this off the Terra Sunder. God, this sucks. Horrendous. Horrendous draw. I could still pummel for the damage. Kind of good, but yeah, whatever. The fact that we got 2 cards out of it is definitely nice enough. Oh, great. Just fantastic. What is this draw? I'm punished for not keeping my 1 attack, apparently. I mean, I can set up Seismic Surge that does nothing. At least they don't seem to be doing too well either. I can't even get rid of all the pummels. Maybe I should have kept the Crash and Bash. Probably should have kept the Crash and Bash. Raccoon Arsenal. Thank you for the draw, though. Much appreciated. Now just do it on your turn as well, and I am satisfied. There's a boulder drop. That's what we want. I mean, Break Satch is also kind of nice. But they're probably using this straight away anyway. Headbutt. Headbutt does work. Probably just forces them to use it. I mean, it should just be going for the discard. Right, only have to keep 1 blue to get this done anyway. It'd be the Skullcap and Break Stature. I mean, there are some scenarios where Break Stature can come in handy. Ah, Mind Warp, that's good. Means I'm back to looking for an attack. It's just on the whims. Do I prevent... Just to prevent the damage? I think I'd rather just find 2 cards. Plus the Skullcap's on now. Not great, considering I can't play shit now. Oh god. Why are we drawing so awfully? Right, we're getting the bad draws out. The Pummel Cluster was just atrocious. And Arcanite's back off. Right, Boulder drop again. So we have to keep is that and a blue. I need to take 2 damage. Which is fine. They send a 4, I just block with Tectonic. They gave me 3, good. Take it. Fine. Cap is on. Do I prevent the 4? They have a way to buff another Mind Warp? I don't think so, no. Deals more than 2, so no. I think the 4 is fine. Means I can't Arsenal a card, but it's fine. Start staving off damage. Finally get to play the pummel we've had since turn 1? Turn 2? Our turn 1. Equipment-wise, they have 1. They're not going to give Old Knocker. So, yeah. Should probably land. I mean, there could be a defense react. Or like, do you take Oasis? Just for the fact that you can discard it? Well. I think the 2 cards are worth it. Either forcing them to block with 2 defense reactions. Which then the pummel still lands anyway. Make sure I don't forget. Let's definitely put them in their place. It's just off of the blue, and I can still Tectonic. I mean, this isn't worth enough pitch. So... I'm just going to take the 4, because I think I want to get under them again. At least that way I can Arsenal this. That's a little bit better now too as well. So I could solid ground. If I give them the card, I can put them in their place for free. What are the chances? Well, I can still... No, this is still correct. Because if they get rid of their card, that's fine. I can still put them in their place off a disenchantment. And we just killed a channel. Beautifully. Yeah. That felt good. Two defense racks. Very much like my surges, please. Good. Would have been nice to hit... Well, no, if they had another channel, I would assume they would just play it. No, I don't need to erupt. Cranial Crush. 2 currently. Block 4. Only 1 resource. So ideally, it's this for free and then pummel on top of it. But worst case scenario, I can just play Cranial Crush off the pummel. At least it's a big enough attack. Going on Flash Fine to block. Is there anything else I need to block? I mean, it's going to Flash, so it's coming again. Is the scenario. Don't know, I can probably get to 6, so this will end up being a 5 block. Would have been really nice if I could have got the 1 off of it. We will Tectonic. Puts me to a 6. Is there a scenario where a 6 is nice? No. I think I should have just taken the full 4, to be honest. Kept my block for later. Draw is nice. What we want. Mind Warp would be annoying. Damage is fine. Oh. Oh, something else. But both sides. Can't prevent the damage. I don't really want to anyway. What are the chances a channel? Channel do much? No. Should have really thrown that out. Means I can't actually pop it. Really should have blocked with Crash and Bash. It's also annoying because I can't see how many I have. I'm pretty sure it's 4. So rough to take the 5. Oh well, live and learn. That's probably still... I mean, this turns off Brilliance unless they can pop it straight away. That's still kind of nice. And still sort of threaten a pummel as well. It's annoying because I'd like to play that first. Make them think I have a second one. Way too much damage last turn. Yes. Ooh. Oh, that's what they meant to discard. That's fine. Otherwise, I would have gladly prevented the 1. At least we get the Seismic Surge. God, yeah. Not blocking with the Crash and Bash through that. Oh well. I just think, yeah. Yeah, because I didn't need the Eruption anyway. No, we don't have a pummel. Well, not doing that mistake again. And we do have a head equipped. Nice. That's a 7. 3-7 now. Maybe there's a chance I can survive this turn. We have 4, so this is a 3. Are they going to draw? That was dumb. Headbutt's free. And give the choke slam. And then they're sort of out of juice. Actually, them closing the chain is really nice now. They end up drawing. Save off the damage. It's worth more as a 3 than 2. Gonna headbutt you. A nice 8. Mind Warp. Well, that sucks. I guess that was the rationale for keeping it. There's no way they can kill me on my turn, right? I don't have a way to get into enough damage. Will we get to enough Seismic Surge? I suppose I'm sort of doing this just for the shield. At least Skullcap's online. Surely something worse is coming. I know I can headbutt for free. Feel like they're gonna mind warp me again. We'll see. Yeah, there's the third one. So I can prevent 2. That's fine. It was more than 2, so I can prevent 3 and be fine. Take my 8th. Which then unfortunately turns Arcanite off. God. Pass. Oh, 7. But I think it was an 8. No. Ooh. Sort of keep it blue and just hammer swing at them. It was all we kind of need to do. But I feel like there's going to be a cluster of reds soon. Yeah, done. Not just that, but a cluster of bad block reds. I mean, Spinal Crush is really nice. Can't really do anything with it. I mean, my best option here is just Arsenal something, and then hope their next turn is not bad. I can also just try and fatigue them out with how much they've run through. And not having Skullcap here. I mean, I can stop the return, which is embodiment. Oh, maybe I should have prevented. No. Was that 5? No, I had to. I can't even swing, which is annoying. But with the right thing dominated, we're golden. But then again, we're also really low where they could get us. Right, what is it? I feel the discards and then the one ping. How many Comfort Storms have we seen? Well, I should say, how many shocks have we seen? Alright, but we're back to blues, which is nice. Tear Asunder. The yellow is what we want to keep. Hopefully. Can't prevent enough of this. At least that turns Arcanite back on. They have it. I don't know if 7 dominates enough. I guess it's a Hail Mary. That's not bad, because now I can just swing. And wait a turn. Do I want to pitch in to break stature? I think I do. At all. Because this still demands block, right? So they've still given me 2 cards. Another sink. Done. The dominate would have been nice. Have to dodge the shocks. Definitely the blues. There's a pummel. Going to flash. I'm lower, so I have the one from that. Just to be able to play it again? Or just be able to arsenal it? No. Yeah, just to be able to arsenal it. Alright, so Boulder Drop is 2 cost. I mean, another rewind would just suck. Is there merit to just Titan's Fist? Oh, it's not enough damage. It should still just be the Boulder Drop without the Tectonic. We do have enough floors where the 1 actually does matter from Tectonic. But then if we got rewinded, it would be bad. There's one of the shocks, interestingly. See if this is a game. I mean, a 4 means they still have to discard, so it buys the turn. They send Gorn and a flash. They're looking. I don't know if they take more than just the sinks. Maybe they're looking for the rewind? Yeah. Alright. Had a terrible misplay with the crash and bash. Oh well. Should always just try and check off our seismic surges. Tweak-wise. Arcanite was still relevant there. Hate having no rune. Should probably be Terra Sunder in the ley line into Arcane. Choke Slam. Choke Slam matter enough. Better than Buckling. Problem is, there's definitely matchups where you want to swap them in. Maybe in general it should just be Buckling instead of Renounces. When it deals 4 more damage to a hero, they can't create aura tokens during the next turn, which is just really nice for Runeblade, right? Whereas this has to hit a Rune Chant token, and then stops them from just creating Rune Chants. Whereas this stops them from creating any aura token. Any aura token matter. Embodiments of Earth. They're more done defensively. I mean, the game one is just great against Ninja and Assassin. Crush the Weak. I feel like this is too cheap. Right, it's a 3. Yeah, so we'd want it in like a yellow or a red. Because the point is, dominate and a pummel. That's what we're always striving for. Ball Drop's just good because it's the discard. Maybe it's just cut the overswings for another set of blues. Because we're not healing it that much. Suppose we can try that. I missed the generation. I mean, that's interesting article. Isn't that the whole point of Seismic Eruptions? It is exactly Valda's ability. Ooh. Oh. Suppose I should see. Do I pull out enough tectonics? 3, 3, 3. Done. And crash and bashes as well. Technically overswings. 3. I'm missing. It seems. Oh no, there's red. What else am I taking in the deck that I need to fish through the Mastery Pack Guardian? Crash and bash, easy enough. I guess the old one cards. Then everything else is majestic. Prism, very interesting. Don't want to go first. So, Renounce is kind of cool because it turns off the figments. It's also just big enough. And then Battlefield Pulp as Ward Destruction is also really nice. It's cool. I don't think I've played a Prism yet. This would be nice to see. The nice thing too is obviously we can just go Heinz Fist into an ally, right? That should be good enough. Don't think Brax Satcher is worthwhile, right? Because Brax Satcher, for instance, you hit a Courage, right? It just means they can't create Courage, which doesn't matter. Whereas at least with Renounced Grandeur, it's they can't create any. Ah, beautiful start. So... problem is I can't get rid of everything, so I guess I'm keeping the Pummel. I'm going to Arsenal the Pummel. They should draw into any attack, that's fine. That plays around Arsenal Disruption, gives me an option to crown it. I think that's better. Ooh. Raw playing a Figment. Interesting. I mean, there's still nothing I can do. And then also, you know, it gives me a popper for this sort of scenario. I mean, Boulder Drop Pummel is fine as well. Oh, it's nice having a big deck against Prism. So used to not. Beautiful. Ooh. I can get a resource out of this. Yeah. Yeah, that's better, because this isn't worth keeping, I don't think. I still Boulder Drop into response. In response. Is it me stuck? Oh, it was you stuck. Probably hello them back. All good. Ooh. Oh, that's not bad. Buys you another turn, plays around the pummel. Still a lot of damage, though, to take. Arsenal that. We also just still do setup. So, for instance, it should still be promising terrain. Tectonic. You can instability, look for something better. I think the pummel's fine. I mean, maybe they care about their Arsenal card. It gets me enough Seismic Surge as well. That's better. It gives me a choice of what to Arsenal. That's fine, they don't draw off of it. I mean, it's a rough setup, obviously. But it does slow down the next turn anyway. Whereas our turn should be nice and juicy. Good. Good amount of decision points, yeah. And then a blue pummel. I kind of want to keep the Spinal Crush. Means I might as well Tectonic as well. The Spinal Crush is basically, we don't worry about popping. Because they still haven't flipped anything, which is nice. Though Renounce Grandeur is cool too. Which is bad to a pulp. I mean, it's just deny the Phantasm. It's just, what do I want to keep? Alright, that's still fine. 6 more, 1 less. Yeah. They do have the Prevent 1. I mean, it really feels like I want to keep Batter for later. So it should just be Spinal Crush off of Spinal Crush. I might as well bait the pummel again. Well, Prism. I think there's enough life between us and everything that the Genesis isn't too rough. And the Go Again is definitely a shutdown. So I got an Arsenal. Not too much prevention. Soul Food would be nice, yeah? Cool. 1 discard and no Go Again. So, note to self. Going to have to give them the Soul. That's fine, because Battle of Pulp should, you know, deal with a Angel next. I suppose Erudition is still an issue. Maybe I can give them the 1 action point, it's fine. Although I should be able to block out with equipment. Oh. Flip. Has to be go for Erudition. You have to call this back. They'll just set up. I mean, we don't have Dominate, so that's something. So this is a 5 cost. Let's just send it, keep the other one. Is it? At 41, they can definitely have a big swing turn, but I don't think they can KO us. I'm just gonna continue at Prism. Because they can't even shut this down, you know, by flipping something. It has to be blocked out by a Soul Shield, a card from hand, right? The Soul Shield's 6, but still not enough. I mean, technically, just taking the 4 and losing the Spectral Shield is fine as well. Yeah. See, that makes me happy. Solid Ground, put it in place. Pummel, but no blues. I guess now it starts swinging at stuff. So it should probably be clear the Genesis. Could be set up Promising Terrain. Tonic. And yeah. I mean, they technically don't need the Soul card, so maybe the 2 is worse. I'll clear the Genesis. Okay, let's try that again. This. Wait a second. There we go. I mean, there's still 2 more Arcanite Sentinels to get around. And there is the fact that there's Library. So close to the 2. I don't think we have enough yellows to make this work. Because it's the Pummels, the Crash and Bashes, Break Stature, Boulder Drop for 12. I could try and line them up at some point. Is it worth popping? I really want them to flip and swing. The unfortunate part. Do I care about the batter? Do I go for something else? I mean, batter's just nice because they can't flip in response, right? Just to prevent the damage. And I do technically have enough to still pummel it as well, right? I suppose at this point it should probably just be 1, 5, 7. Don't sink anything. Just to mitigate. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 7. Get another Figment out. The batter. Doesn't matter. And I can't Tectonic first. Then that gives them an option, right? And if they can block it out, which I don't think they can, right? Because Soul Shield's still 4. Well, they can pitch into Footsteps. But then Pummel still gets over. And they still get the discard. And I still get to clear their hand. So it should be fine. Might as well. Not enough. Part of me maybe thinks, oh, I didn't have to do it, right? Because it was still pressuring the 4. there we go. Just batter to a pulp prism. It's really nice because, you know, in all honesty, the free flip of a pigment to prevent 4 from the crush effects, disgusting. But batter does the trick, right? Such a cool card. I got, how many did I get? I got 16 of them in my buy boxes. 1 per box, which is pretty nice, right? I feel like most places are usually restrained, 1 a case, or 1 purchase. But yeah, there we go. Nice easy game against a Prism. That's quite a surprise, because usually I hate playing into Prism. What's the time? That's probably a good enough time to end as well, right? End on a high. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying Valda. The sets, I mean, I want the cards from it. I'm going to play with the stuff from it. As a product, meh. As crack shop of play, I feel like it's also going to be meh. It's kind of a shame, because I think we voted for it to be our skirmish at my local. And we're, I guess, kind of regretting the choices. Wits might have been cooler. But anyway, we're there for today. Everyone hanging around or watching posts, thanks as always. Oh, you caught me just as I'm about to leave, Baroni. But, hi. I'm afraid it's lunchtime for me. Sorry. And peace.